I give UMass a lot of credit. Hard-fought game there for about 35 or 6 minutes, and then I thought they really controlled it, in the paint. Their big guy, Katie, I hope that's how you say it, I'm not sure, but probably the best big guy we've played all season. Dominating performance, completely controlled the game in the biggest moments on the glass, 8 for 9 from the foul line, and I give him a lot of credit. And I also I thought Vincent and I thought Riley were timely in their threes there in the last 4 or 5 minutes when we were in rotation a couple times, but kind of starts and stops with Chaz and his penetration. And they're a very good team. I think offensively they're very gifted. They can score at a lot of different levels. They play fast. But I thought today's game was completely and totally controlled by the big fella inside.
Coach, it seemed like those the 2 3-pointers that Vincent hit back to back, was that kind of the knockout blow, it seemed like at that point?
It extended the lead to the point where it was going to be kind of unrecoverable at that point in time. I don't necessarily know if those 2 threes, won the game for him. I thought the game was starting to turn the tide as the second shots accumulated it late in the second half. I'm not sure how many threes they even made up until about the last 4 minutes of the game. If they made 7, they probably were, maybe 3 or 4 made threes up until that point. So we had done a decent job defending the three. He was open off penetration a few times in scramble situations. He pretty much put the nails in the coffin. But the game, like I said, I thought about the 5-minute mark, 6-minute mark, they started to take their toll on the glass.
It seemed like there were stretches today when you were really good, especially during that 11-0 run, and then other stretches you just couldn't quite maintain that level of play. Is that kind of how the season's also gone? There have been really good stretches, just not quite maintaining a level.
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, I don't think we're right now playing poor basketball. I thought we had our moments in this game where we looked really good. I also thought we shot ourselves in the foot about 4 times in a row, under 8, with a turnover in front of the bench, a turnover on the left free throw line extended, a steal and an advance pass from Sanford to Diller was turned over. I don't think we have the winning medal. This team doesn't have that winning medal, that toughness to figure it out for themselves. We play hard. We have our moments where we look great. I mean, we shot 57% in the second half, 50 for the game on the road, and only had 13 turnovers. I mean, we do some really good things. We're just not physically or mentally tough enough to play on the road right now and find a way to win if we don't have the lead. Because getting stops, getting second chances, getting a quality shot, or making a good decision in the last 4 or 5 minutes, that hasn't really been our MO all season. But today's game, I thought, for about a 15-minute stretch in the second half, we played about as well as we've played in a long time.
How frustrating is it when you play the defense, you get the missed shot, and then, the other team gets the offensive rebound? And
it's frustrating. I think on the season, I think we're +5 on the glass. Offensive rebounding percentages in the top 3, or defensive rebounding percentages in the top 3, and we're a good rebounding team. We met one person tonight I felt like was overmatched, and I give the big fella a lot of credit. He dominated the game on the glass, and from a front line perspective, in our terms, I'm not sure we were ready to handle him.
Coach, it seemed like Benson and Robinson, they both gave you a pretty big lift in the second half. When you talk about
we needed a jolt. We needed some front court. You can't play the whole game and play 3 minutes a half and get 0 rebounds. And I mean, it's just this time of year, your level of play has to be so high. And challenged some guys at halftime, and I looked at them, and I think at the bottom line, I was giving Josh and Jalen an opportunity to get going in the second half was our best chance. They're our most physical bigs. Jalen's our best rebounding big, and Josh and Jalen are also our best offensive players. And I thought that Josh, in particular, played a great second half for us. Without him in the second half, we wouldn't have a chance. He was very good.
How much urgency is there now to try and develop some of that toughness to win on the road, especially with 4 games left and 2 of them are on the road?
I mean, I'm not sure that you develop toughness on February the 23rd all of a sudden. I think that's developed as the season-long approach, and I think your chemistry, your togetherness, all that stuff along the way. We're not a soft team. There's certain ways that teams just understand they're not going to lose the game. When it's a tie game with 4 minutes to go, certain teams just don't lose. And believe me, there's urgency every day. Our guys didn't spend the last week after we had maybe our best performance of the season against Xavier and just say, hey, boy, we're in good shape. That's not the case. Our guys prepared hard this week. We came up here, and we're also playing against a very talented team at home who was coming off 3 games. I'm sure they were ready to play too. But we were right there. We've been there, very, very few times this season have we played, and it hasn't been about 5 minutes, 4 minutes to go where it's a one-possession game. Tonight was just another example of not being able to get something done in the fundamentals of basketball. If it's not turning it over, we're rebounding. If we're rebounding, we're turning it over. We're not able to put all facets of the game together. And today's determining factor was definitely the backboard.